Hey, Mr. Mann, I got your mail.
Oh, good.
Yeah, just like you wanted. It looks like a postcard from Aunt Judy.
Aw, that's nice.
Oh, and then it looks like another letter from South Bend's collection agency.
Oh, I don't want to. I told you I don't want to see those. Like, just when you get those, just pitch it. Just like I don't even need to look at those. It's garbage.
Mr. Mann, you can't just pitch that. No, you got to pay these. These are bills.
No, well, listen, the reason that it's an old credit card. I don't even have the card anymore. And the whole reason I got the credit card is because I didn't have the money. And so now they just think I'm supposed to magically have the money to pay for the credit card. No, that's not how it works. You get a credit card because you don't have the money.
Well, you've still got to pay it off a little bit at a time at least.
Well, or you just don't.
Mr. Mann, what did you even buy with this credit card?
Well, that's the other thing. So I love laser tag. I've always loved laser tag.
Okay.
Have you ever played laser tag?
Yeah.
It is awesome. Like we should play sometime.
Right.
Have you
Sure.
Do you play like regularly?
No, not since like high school, but
it's so fun. Anyway, like I'm thinking if I'm going to play laser tag, I want to play the best. So I got like the top of the line laser tag system. It's really cool. Had it shipped directly to my house, had it like embroidered with my name on it and everything. Yeah, so it's awesome. But then I realized, one, I don't have anybody to play with, and two, I only got one setup. So like I can't even use it. So like now they're wanting me to pay for something that I can't even use. It's insane. It's the government, I tell you.
Well,
They're out to get you.
I see your thought process, and I can see how frustrating that is. But you got to pay it back, you know.
Okay, so maybe if I got another one, you and I could play, and then I would like be getting some use out of it at least.
Well, I mean, if you want to buy me a laser tag gun, I guess.
I mean, we can do that. I mean, it's easy. I just get another card.
Well, no.
It's like I could even get your name on it.
No.
That'd be like your payment since you're not really getting money for this.
I'm not.
No, we'll talk about that.
We should really talk about that, please.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think you should get another credit card either to do that.
You can get the credit card. It's good. That's how you build credit. You get a credit card and you max it out, and suddenly you've got a credit score.
I think you should just pay off the one that you have.
I'm not going to pay it off.
That's what you should do.
I don't have the money. You're listening to a masterclass in filmmaking featuring director extraordinaire Josh Mann. Well, thank you all for joining us once again for another episode of a masterclass in filmmaking featuring director extraordinaire Josh Mann. I am, in fact, your host, Josh Mann, director extraordinaire. And joining me, as usual, is my unpaid intern, Bethany Shiplap. Bethany, say hi to our friendly listeners.
Hello, listeners.
So today's topic is a very important one, probably something many of you have experienced. I know I actually experience this on a regular basis. In fact, it's so regular, you might even call it irregular. But it's when I don't know how to say other than like, I just, at times I get blocked up and, like I feel like there's this pressure and I need to release it. And no matter how much I strain and push to try to get it out, like it's just not happening. Like it's blocked. And there's nothing I can do. So I want to give you some tips on how you can kind of smooth that out. So some ways that maybe even massage it a little bit to help loosen up and just kind of push that on out there because, no matter how much blood, sweat, and tears and straining you put into it, it just
Mr.
won't
Mann?
budge. Yes, Bethany.
Are you still talking about filmmaking?
Yeah, this is a filmmaking podcast. This is a masterclass in filmmaking.
I'm just not understanding where you're going with this. I don't know. It just doesn't sound like filmmaking anymore.
What does it sound like? I mean, I don't know how much more clear I can be.
Well, what are we even talking about today?
I just explained it, like in great detail.
I'm still very
Were
lost,
you listening?
Sir.
Because
yes.
sometimes if you don't listen, which you don't a lot of the times, you're not going to be able to keep up. Because that's why we listen, is so that we can learn and keep up. When we don't listen, we're just dumb.
I don't know why we're talking about this on air.
What do you?
Or on
I'm
a
trying to help people.
podcast.
Have you ever been at that point where it's blocked up and you just can't push it out?
Well, I don't feel comfortable talking about this
Oh
on
my
our
goodness.
podcast, and I don't know what
This-
it has to do
It's
with
part of
filmmaking.
everyday life for filmmakers.
Well,
It's like so you sit down with a paper and a pen and you go to put your ideas on paper and it's just blocked so tightly and you just strain and push
Mr.
and it's
Mann.
not coming.
do you mean writer's block? Is that what you're talking about?
Oh my
Get an
gosh, I've been
idea
saying
out?
that over and over.
Well,
I feel like I'm talking to
no.
like a stick man sitting next to me. It's like you're a stick with no brain.
Mr. Mann, I was very lost, and I was just not understanding
my
where you were
goodness.
going with that. It wasn't super clear,
So-
but I think I understand now. Like writer's block.
Yes, of course. What else could it be?
Do you just want to get
Anyway.
into what that is?
So here's an exercise that I do, and Bethany, if you're feeling up to it, because I know sometimes you don't feel like being engaged, but if you're feeling up to it, I'd like for you to play along with me here.
Okay.
There's this game that I often do when I'm feeling blocked up and can't really push my ideas out, and I just need that what would you call it, like a mental laxative maybe, to just kind of
Interesting that
Yeah.
you would use those
and then it
words.
seems like once I get that,
Interesting.
then it's like it just runs out. Like it's
Mm.
sometimes it like runs out so fast it's almost messy,
Oh,
and it's hard
is
to keep
it?
up. Yep.
Oh.
That can be fun.
Gross.
Yeah. What we're gonna do, and you listeners, you can try this at home with a friend or somebody like Bethany. What happens in this game is somebody says a word.
Okay.
Just one word. The next person says another word. The next person says another word. And like one word leads to the next and leads to the next. Before long, you're throwing out all these words that start to connect and you come up with an idea that way.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
This kind of sounds fun.
Yeah.
So,
And it just kind of helps loosen up the brain muscles a little bit.
okay. Yeah, we
And so-
just bounce off of each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So if you don't mind, why don't you kick it off and then I'll jump in with the next word and then you with the next and we just keep going.
Okay.
And before long, just watch. We'll have an amazing story started. But just as a reminder for those of you at home, if we come up with a really amazing story, which is highly likely, you can't use it because I own the copyrights of everything I say on my radio show.
Of course. Right. Okay. You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. Boat.
Because
Sinking.
although
Ocean.
ever
Iceberg.
iceberg
Floating.
pass.
Can you pass in this
Yes,
game?
keep going.
Okay. House.
Mouse.
Coffee mug.
Foffy tug.
Mr. Mann, you can't do that. That's not. Foffy tug isn't even a word.
You don't even know how to play this game. I just explained it to you like 2 seconds ago, and now suddenly you're an expert at it.
Can we maybe move on? I don't think this game's working.
Well, of course it's not working. You keep ruining it. Like you keep
how
stopping.
am I
and-
ruining it? Like you're the one that's like rhyming with whatever I say,
I
and
do
it's
not.
not even a
You're-
real word.
No,
Yes, you do. I said iceberg, and you said niceberg,
that is not what I said.
and
That is not what I. You know that's not what I said.
well, I said house, and you said mouse.
Mouse is a real word. Everybody knows that. Ask anybody. Here. You can use my phone. Call somebody
No,
and ask them if
it is
my.
a real word.
Okay.
Okay. I said coffee mug, and you said foffy tug. What even
my
is that?
God.
What is a
Just-
foffy tug,
Just
sir?
shut up. Like, just don't even open that mouth ever again.
I think we should stop playing.
Can we move on?
Yes. Yes. Let's move on.
So at this point, I guess what I would suggest is play with somebody smarter than dumb. Because Bethany's, you guys heard it. She's like, it's a simple game. She can't even get it. Ruined the whole thing. But
Mr. Mann, let's just go to our sponsor. How about that?
yes, let's please go to our sponsor.
Today's episode is sponsored by Tim Shiplap from Fort Collins, Colorado. Tim would like to speak directly to Josh Mann, director extraordinaire, about the way he is treating his daughter Bethany. Tim writes, Yeah, I don't know who you think you are, you pompous. And you can. How dare you talk to my little girl like that? If I hear you yell at her one more time, I'm going to. You in your. With a. Shovel handle. Thanks, Tim.
Well, as usual, we want to say thank you to our sponsors. Like, who was that? Like was that a real sponsor? Like that
yeah,
really came through? Like,
Mhm.
I mean, that was wow. That seemed aggressive. Like, who is this guy from Colorado?
Yeah, I don't know.
I
He
just-
sounds kind of nice, don't you
I
think?
thought he sounded kind of nasty. Like he said some words there, and like
Yes.
the kind that
Yes, he
like,
did.
my grandma used to say.
Really?
Yes. And so that's shocking. I'm startled right now. I don't know what it is. Like that sponsor, Tim guy, it completely threw me off my game. Like normally I'm not at a loss for words, but like I'm constipated in my head right now. Like I don't even know what else to say.
Wow. Well, how about we just say thank you for listening? That wraps it up nicely.
Okay.
Thank you for listening.
Oh yeah. Thank you for listening. You've been listening to a masterclass in filmmaking featuring director extraordinaire Josh Mann.